What's up guys, David here, and I wanted to give you a quick update on the Xbox Series X. If you follow the channel, you know that I was able to get a hold of the console through their payment plan deal through Walmart.com about 4 weeks ago. And console came about a week later, and I've been enjoying it ever since. And I just kind of wanted to give you some additional thoughts since I've had this console. My son and I, Luke, we love this console. The Game Pass that comes with it has a ton of games. So you really, I have no complaints in terms of the games and the offerings with the console. I will say, I'm a gamer that has been using PlayStation products for the most part. I've always bought an Xbox as my secondary console, but I always go back to PlayStation. And one thing I do notice about this particular console at this time is there's not a lot of exclusive games for it. And you've probably heard that from other review channels as well, that there's not a lot of exclusive things. This console is definitely the most powerful console I've ever had. It looks great, it's slick. I love the feeling of this controller. But it is true that, aside from the power upgrade, this console feels a lot like last generation's console. I think I had the Xbox One S, I think is what I had. Yeah, the S from the last generation is the one I had. I ended up trading it in and getting some games and other things, or maybe I sold it, I can't remember. But so I've had some purchases along the way. Some of these games are ones that I redeemed last generation. So you have good access to a lot of games through the Game Pass. I am enjoying this controller. This controller feels pretty premium to me. It's sort of light, but there's different textures on the back here that feel pretty premium. The batteries have lasted great. In fact, I just put my second set in after, like I said, we've had it almost 4 weeks, maybe even longer than that. I have to go back and look at the exact date. But in terms of this, and I will say my son loves this. He loves the Hello Neighbor games, and those are all accessible here. He loves Minecraft. He loves Bendy. I've been playing Doom Eternal. I've been replaying Batman Arkham Knight, one of my favorite games. I've played a little bit of Ori, Path of Exile. That was from last generation too. Warframe's another one I like that probably doesn't get a lot of love from a lot of people, but I love that game. Played a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order. No Man's Sky is really the one I like to just chill out with at the end of the day, just because it's a really relaxed experience. So if you hadn't given that one a try, I'd give that one a try. Basically just exploring with a little bit of mining, creative mode, survival mode. It's a procedurally generated game, so that one's interesting. And of course, as you might imagine, my son, 7-year-old, loves Roblox. Not that it's only for 7-year-olds, but it's one of his favorite ones. So enjoying the console, very fast. Graphics look great. I have a 4K television here, Samsung. Looks very good on this television. But I do have two significant complaints I just wanted to mention real quick. And this could be my own ignorance, okay? So if you know better than I do, please let me know. But with the PlayStation 4, it was extremely easy to stream to YouTube. All you had to do was really press the equivalent of the share button there, and you could immediately start streaming to YouTube. And in addition to that, this Turtle Beach headset that I've had for years now, it's a USB actually. I could just plug that into the PlayStation 4, and I would have my headset working, and I would be streaming straight to YouTube. Now, for whatever reason, maybe it's licensing or something like that, you cannot stream directly to YouTube right now from the Xbox Series X. And I do recall that last generation you couldn't stream that way either. So that is one thing that I feel, YouTube's one of the biggest platforms, especially if, this video is going to wind up on YouTube, especially if you're trying to get viewers or trying to stream games. It would be very beneficial to be able to stream directly to YouTube. So that is one thing that's not there. And I believe, if I'm not wrong, PlayStation 5 can stream to YouTube right now. And the other thing is with this headset, like I said, it was very easy just to plug this USB headset into my PlayStation 4 and everything would work out great. Tried earlier today, plugging in, and it sounded like it was working, and I could hear sound through the headset, but it was not recording to Twitch. Now again, this could be my error, could be something I don't know, and if you know, please let me know. But the way that I'm having to get you guys videos right now is by streaming to Twitch, then exporting that Twitch clip or movie, and then put it up on my YouTube site. It takes a lot more time than just streaming directly to YouTube, and I think the quality suffers because of it as well. So again, loving this console. Looks great, plays great, but in terms of streaming and getting the videos onto YouTube and offering commentary through a headset has not been as easy as PlayStation is. Now I'm still trying to get a PlayStation 5, so if one pops up, I'll grab it and then we'll compare the two. But right now I have the Xbox Series X. I don't regret it at all. I love this console, and it seems like Microsoft is going for more of a ubiquitous, let's just get our platform everywhere. Let's get it on PC. Let's try to get the cloud streaming service on cell phone. Let's just try to get it to where people can play their Xbox games everywhere. Whereas PlayStation looks like they're still going for that more exclusive experience where you're in the PlayStation ecosystem, you have PlayStation exclusive games. We're going to offer you a unique controller, and we're going to make it real easy to stream what you do on the internet. So again, I'm somebody that always likes to buy multiple consoles, so I like having the options. But I will let you know, how things change, and if you know of any way for me to get my videos to YouTube better than recording them on Twitch and then uploading them, or if you know a better way for me to use this headset. It's a USB headset. Now I know that I could buy another headset. They're kind of expensive. These were actually expensive at the time when we bought them. Probably 10 years old at this point, but I liked using those. I thought they sounded great. And I'd like to not spend money in areas where I don't have to, but if I wind up having to, then I have to. So, but I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this helps, has a little bit of an update. And yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. I thought I would show you guys a little bit of footage from No Man's Sky if you hadn't had a chance to either look at or play this game. This is an older game. And if you don't know the story behind this game, it was put out by Hello Games, and the gentleman that was marketing this game made a whole lot of promises about the things that this game would do. And when the game was finally released, it was essentially, at least it felt like a tech demo. This was a game that I pre-ordered. And so everybody was really ticked off about it essentially being a big tech demo. But I will have to say that after the game came out and after the backlash, the developers really buckled down and tried to do some more things with this game. And essentially, it's just sort of a chill mining experience. There's a rough story, sort of a loose story of exploration and trying to find out, your role in the galaxy, essentially. But all these planets you see, they're procedurally generated. And I'm being attacked by something. Oh, okay. Probably that. Anyway, every time you plop down on a planet, and I'll do this for you, you have a procedurally generated world with sometimes there's life, sometimes there's not life, different environmental circumstances. Oh, I don't have enough fuel in my thrusters to leave. Let me see if I can fuel up real quick. All right, I'm gonna need some dihydrogen fuel. All right, let me see if I can craft me some launch fuel. I need some metal plating. So, you're going to be crafting. It can get a little tedious, but you're going to be crafting and you're going to be mining for resources and proceeding through the story mode. They also have a creative mode where you can build. When you go down onto the world, you'll scan different areas. And it'll tell you what the resources are and what they can do. Keep running into that spiked plant. Let me see if I can craft them. Yeah, there we go. Craft some metal plating. Let's see, I need some more dihydrogen. So let me get out of here. There's some dihydrogen right there. Just need 40. There's my 40. So you have to do things like repair your ship, upgrade your technology in your ship. Launch thrusters. Boom. Thrusters are launched. All right. Now we're gonna fly out into space, and I'll show you what it looks like to go to another planet. So, I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of games that are stressful. You know, you get off of work, you've had a long day, you come home. Maybe you like to relieve stress by playing a game like Call of Duty, or you know, something where you gotta strategize and go around, shoot, and you know, have a little anxiety about, oh, am I gonna die, or try not to die. I just like to come home, and games to me are like an escape. And so for me, the best way to escape is a chill experience like this. Yeah, there's a little element of stress where you gotta mind your resources, like that fuel remaining down at the bottom. I'm gonna run out of fuel in a second. I'm gonna have to re-up my warp drive here. Boom, right there. But I'm just mining resources. I'm chill. I'm just flying through space. It's very relaxed to me. All right, I think I got enough, so let's refuel. Whoops. My pulse engine, let's refuel. Boom. All right, then we're gonna warp to this planet. Now this planet's shown as a forsaken planet, but it has copper, rusted metal, and magnetized ferrite. So the big thing about this game was you were basically like a node on their server for the game, and the things you would discover would be generated through your system, and then essentially you would be uploading them to the servers for these guys with whatever names you gave certain things. So technically you could find planets that you technically discovered, you know, through the technology of this game, planets that you named. And I think the idea was that other people might be able to stumble on to your settlements, even though you technically have a whole universe here, and it would be very unlikely that other people would find your planets. And for a while, I think they even ran an experiment where two people managed to show up to the same area, and the settlement that somebody built was not there. And that was part of the backlash when the game first came out. But now they've added multiplayer elements, and for sure, two people can go to the same planet now. You can run around and explore together. There's different races in the galaxy whose languages you can learn, different ship types. So it's just a relaxed experience, and I really enjoy this game. So it's an older game. It looks really good on the Series X here. If you hadn't given it a shot, maybe check it out. And you can see this is a pretty barren planet here. I've already been here before. But you know, sometimes you'll show up on a planet where the temperature's good, there's no toxic atmosphere, it's not too hot, not too cold, has lots of life, and you might decide to plop down a settlement there. Whereas here, you know, there's not a lot of things, so I'm probably not gonna spend a lot of time here creating a settlement. So it's a very solitary game for the most part, but for somebody like me that just wants to relax and explore a little bit before I go to sleep at night after a long day, I enjoy it. So I thought you guys might be interested in that, but y'all have a good night. Thank you for watching.